Before we talk of how we can handle a mental health crisis, let us understand what is mental health. I often say this, that mental health is like inner wear. You can't see it, but it very often dictates how you feel and how you behave with the outside world. If you have a physical injury or something physical, you can see it. The doctor can see it. But mental health is a lot more than that because it can't be seen. Mental health is connected to the physical body, it's connected to the emotional body, and it is also connected to your energy body, which in turn comes from the food you eat, how you breathe, your prana or life energy. So mental health needs to be understood first in a more holistic way. Just this morning, I was reading about how every second Indian is now affected by corona anxiety. That means we have about maybe 60 crore people who are affected by corona anxiety as compared to about 50 lakh people who are actually affected by coronavirus. Now this is bad news. However, the good news is that we as a country are probably better equipped than anybody else to deal with this crisis. You see, for many years now, mindfulness, meditation, and contemplative practices have been found to be the best cure for poor mental health. Now, most of these practices and traditions originated in the East. In fact, the word for mindfulness in Pali is sati, which actually means awareness. And it was not seen as a separate practice. The word for meditation in Tibetan is gom, which means to familiarize. So in many of our cultures and traditions, meditation and mindfulness were all part of our everyday lives, not something that we needed to go and do separately. And this is the best way to tackle this mental health epidemic. Now, we are really equipped with all the tools and techniques that are required. What we need is a delivery mechanism to make these tools and techniques accessible to more and more people. So, whether it's the government, public institutions, private institutions, or even schools for that matter, what we need is for all of them to create a delivery mechanism where people in the institutions are able to learn and acquire these techniques. And we have to start by realizing that mental health is not a stigma. If you have a common cold, you don't hesitate to go and see a doctor. So similarly, it is not wrong to seek out help to understand whether one has a mental health issue. And if one does, then we create the delivery model that allows us to learn these tools and techniques. So whether that is through counselors or teachers or toll-free numbers, that is a model that we need to create. Because you see, at the end of it, mental health is not a destination. It is a process. It's not about where you're driving to, it's about how you drive.